Hi guys, this video is to show the section storage and the local storage. So the purpose of this is because I want to show the differences between the section and the local storage. So now you can see this is the game and drag and drop games, and now the current page you see right now, the animal farm, is a section storage. So I'm going to demo once what is section storage about. So you can see I already placed all the correct match to all the animal. So now I need to insert my name to become a smart kid. So you can see my name is down there. So I'm a smart kid already. So the section storage is when you refresh the whole page or you hit the play again button, the name here will disappear because it's just store a section. So we just try it. Let's press the play again. Loading and loading. Okay, sorry guys, I think something happened. And you see the section storage, the name is gone. This is section storage. So now I'm going to demo local storage. So this is local storage. Let's refresh once. So now I'm going to play this game. Elephants, tigers, lion, dog, wolf, and cat. Okay, now write your name. So now I'm going to write my name, Jason. Alright, done. So you see my name is there. So when I hit the play again button, and you can see the name is still there. So this is local storage. So what can I do is I copy the link and I just open a new browser and I type it there and I press enter, and we see what happened to the local storage name. Oops. Okay, it's fully loaded. This is a new browser. I prove to you is a new browser, and you can see the name is still there. So what happened if I try to clear the name? Tiger, cat, wolf, lion, and dog. So I try to clear the name by hit the clear buttons. And you can see after clear the history, the name is gone here. You can see the name is gone here. No more. So this is the previous web page for the local storage. So I just hit the refresh button and to see what will happen next. And it's fully loaded, and you can see the storage, the name Jason is no longer there. So this is local storage. After display the demo just now, so this is basically the HTML page for section storage, the function JavaScript, and also the CSS for this web storage section. So this is another local storage HTML page that is almost similar, just a minority different in the JavaScript and some other button function. So now I'm going to start with web section storage. So how the web section storage works and where do they store the data? Okay, so basically when we place all the image, the JavaScript will run a checking after all the image is correct, and he will display so-called this part where after all the elements are placed in the correct manner. So let me just demo once again for you. Okay. Oops. Okay. So when I press JSON and I press the done button, so he will appear down here. So in this part, you can see in this part, this is the part that this particular box will appear after I finish the game. And when we hit the done button, he basically will call this on click section store button. Let me just click down on click section store button. So this is on click section store button. On click section button, where he will call the JavaScript function up here. JavaScript function right here, whereby he get the data. The data basically this get element by ID is a data that I input into the input text. After that, we call this section storage to set the item data to a text, and then section get is a function that is here where I need to display my name like this here. So you can see this is a section storage. So the section storage is also using the key like set item. This is the key inside the section storage to store the text that we collect from this ID. So that he can, so that this in this function we can get the data like section storage get item, this function, to get the data from the section storage to retrieve back to here. So now where is the section storage store the data? So we go back to this browser and we right click, inspect elements, hit the inspect button, and then we go to resources. You can see the section storage here. You can see the section storage here. Click it at the far. So just now the key is data and the value is JSON. So that my name is actually this down here. This is the section storage where they store the data in the web server, but this web server is running in the browser. So let us just check back the section storage whether it is clear or not. So we just go to right click, press inspect, and then we go to resources and local section storage and take a look at file, and you can see it's empty. Just now the data, the key is a data storing value JSON is no longer there. Therefore, this web page he cannot take the storage from the section storage. So this is how the section storage store data and remove data and how it works. So now I'm going to demo the local storage where we can store data inside the local. After we refresh, it's still there. So this is the local storage. So now I'm going to show you how it works. So this is the local storage code where I have the JavaScript count for a global variable, a local store that to store the name and put it inside the local storage, and a get function to get from local storage and also display it, and a local clear that to clear the whole local storage if I want to. Okay, so here below down here I got a script that will run once the window is loaded if there is a name there, and he can load from the local storage and display the name. So I'm going to demo here. So let us play again this game. Tiger, cat, we got wolf, lion, and dog. So JSON time is my name, and we want to add one more name. Maybe we add YouTube channel. So press done. So you see JSON time and YouTube is being added into the smart kit list. So let us just play again. So what will happen? And you can see the name is down there. So this is how so let us just check the local storage inside the web server. So we go to right click, inspect, and then we go to this resources and check local storage file. And you can see I have two count, and I have the first key, which is the first JSON myself, and second is the YouTube channel. And you can see the name continue add from the local storage. So if I try to clear the data, elephant, tiger, cat, wolf, lion, and dog, let's just clear the history. So I clear the history, the storage is no longer here. So this one, the concept for section storage and local storage, the differences is when the local storage is being opened in different browser, the web server can continue to read from the local storage and display the data down here, as just now we demo before I show you the code. So what I did is it's very similar to the section storage, where after playing the game, and he will show this, and when we press the button of done, which means we call the local store function, where he invoke this function local store, and he will check whether this function is basically to check the local storage whether got this key or not. If now don't have, then we will create a new one. So I call a new variable called count equals to 0, and then the count plus 1 become 1 and put into the global variable, and I get a value from the data, and then I set the item as count as the data, which means this data is the value of the name, and I set the item count as a count. And the last thing is I get the element data. I clear the input value to empty so that the name is disappear in the input text. So then he will call the local get. The local get basically is to take the count, the name, take the data from the storage and display it. So the last thing is this. So this is the HTML file that can link to the website just now I show you how to do the drag and drop using HTML5, CSS, and JavaScript. So I will go to the main point, where what is the most important element or attribute in drag and drop features. So first I would like to introduce draggable. Draggable is an attribute that the most basics of all drag and drop attribute. To make the element draggable, you must set the draggable attribute into 2. Doing so, inform the browser that this element can be dragged, but setting this attribute isn't all that needed. You also have to connect up JavaScript function to the on attribute to make this work. The second one, you can see this is drop, start, drop, and this is all start with on, is the on attribute. So now we're going to continue with on drag start. On drag start is a event, a call when the draggable element, when users start to drag them. You can connect JavaScript function handler to this event by writing this return start event, and this return start event will link back to here, return start event. So this is the JavaScript function for return start event. Okay, now we go back to HTML file. So the third function, the third and on attribute is on drag end. On drag end will occur when the draggable element user stop dragging them, and we can use JavaScript function handler to do this event, and this one link to this end, clear transfer data. Okay, so this is clear transfer data.